apologize for that. Happy Tuesday. It's June 15th. It's going to be a beautiful week. I think tomorrow is going to be the hottest day of the week. And then it's supposed to be like 80 and then like 77 one day. That is perfection right there. That's what I'm talking about. Let's start off with our daily pledge. Today is a new day. I'm ready to be the best me I can be. I will listen so I can learn. I will try hard so my brain can grow. I will not give up. I can learn anything I put my mind to. It's a new day. It's going to be a beautiful day. I hope you get outside, go for a walk, do things to help yourself. Remember, it's Tips and Tools Tuesday, so we're working on ways to keep helping ourselves. Nobody else can help us if we can't help ourselves, and so today's the day to start making some of those changes. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at? How did you wake up feeling? Are you feeling not so great today? What do you need to do? What tools, what tips, what coping skills, what support team? What do you need to improve how you're feeling? If you woke up feeling really great this morning, that's awesome. Use that energy and apply it to your day. But don't take it for granted either. Remember what I just said. We can be watering different things throughout the day. And so we just really need to stay mindful of our mood, our motivation, our coping skills, whatever it may be. Sometimes our moods just ebb and flow all day long, and we just really never know where things are at. So keep yourself in check. Make sure you're paying attention to your mood. Make sure you're paying attention to your thoughts. Now, yesterday, here it is. I love this worksheet. What are you watering? Are you choosing to water positive things, or are you choosing to water negative things? What are you focusing on? And just because it was a challenge yesterday, I hope you use this every single day. I hope that you can take a look at your moods throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the year, and always think about the watering can and the plants. What are you putting your energy to? If you notice that you're putting all your energy to negative things, we need to stop that. We need to readjust. We need to catch it, check it, change it, right? And we need to turn it all around into something positive to kind of reset and start over. So that was yesterday. I just wanted to recap that. I'm hoping that you worked on that. And if not, there's always today. There's always tomorrow. There's always the rest of the month. Okay, so whatever works for you, start focusing on what you're watering. I don't even know where to start. There's so many different things. Okay, so Tips and Tools Tuesday. So I'm always thinking about ways that you can keep filling up your toolbox, different coping skills, what's creative, what's something that you can do. You can't really see this, but one thing that I was reading about was making your own memory cards, just little itty bitty cards. It doesn't matter how many, so you're going to put coping skills on the memory cards. And maybe you do 20 pairs, okay? And so that would be 20 coping skills. Now, we can all do that. We've had a list of 99 coping skills, so 20 is not much. But on those coping skills, you're going to put breathe in, breathe out. That's one pair. Set it aside, remember, because you got to find the pairs in memory. The next card might say count to 10. You put out count to 10 on the other one, so you're always making double. Set that pair aside. The next one you might say something like go for a walk for 10 minutes. Make another one. Put that pair aside. So you're going to make memory cards. Isn't that fun? Not only is it fun because it just distracts you and you have to find the pairs, but it also reinforces your coping skills. So you're thinking about it, then all of a sudden it sticks in your brain, and then maybe you're doing those things. So not only is it an act of distraction, but it is also engraving it into your brain so we can never forget about those coping skills. One day when you're having a bad day, you might think about that pair that you found that said, go eat a healthy snack. So if you want to make memory cards, I think this is an awesome idea. I think it's fun. I think you can do it with anyone, whether it's a kid or an adult. This is something that everybody can learn. Memory is a fun game. Like I said, it distracts you. And if you need a list of coping skills, let me know. Because you should see my thick book here. Every time I do something, I save things. I have lots of things, so I can find you a list of coping skills. And so I think this is just a great way. Then you can get a little rubber band and put your memory cards in your toolbox and set them aside for a day that you need them, or you need a pick-me-up, or you need a distraction. This is fun. I like this. All right, next one. Where did that go? Oh, I thought this was super cute if you're into some crafting. And again, if you want to decorate and distract yourself and do some crafts and something different, you can make I Can popsicles. Look at those cute little sticks. You can use popsicle sticks if you have them and pieces of paper. Otherwise, they just cut them out. Up at the top of the popsicle, so there's different flavors. It makes me think of like the Bomb Pops, where it's like red and white and blue, and we just bought some of those at the grocery store. So this is kind of the same concept. In your popsicle, up at the top, it says, I can, and then it has 3 layers of coping skills. What are you going to do? I can reach out to a friend in times of need. I can find a way, work on my goals, whatever it is. I can at the top, and then 3 positive things underneath. What are you good at? What are your coping skills? What makes you happy? What brings you joy? Whatever it may be. But these are your cool coping skills, cool popsicle coping skills. I think they're adorable. Maybe this is something we can make in Kat's Crafts down here at the drop-in center, but it's just another way to distract yourself, a fun little activity, and again, it reinforces coping skills so we don't forget those. All right, next, I just like to take this out because I think this is so true. You can't fill from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. It's just good to reinforce that. Every day, what are you doing to fill up your cup? Make your own cup. Draw on it, color in it, write in it, make it pretty, put glitter on it. Think of a cup. Maybe you have an actual cup at home that you're focusing on. What are you putting in there? Visually think about positive coping skills. You could get your own popsicle sticks and write them and put them in your cup. Just something to, again, reinforce that tool to make sure that you know that you need to fill up yourself first. You need to fill it up with joy and meaning and purpose before you can take care of anybody else. So I like that one. That one I had to take out, along with how what we think and what we do is how we feel. And so it's all a vicious cycle. And so if you notice that today, or maybe the rest of the week, or whatever's been going on, maybe you're not feeling well, maybe you've had a down month, maybe you've had not a very good day, whatever it is, make sure that you're keeping yourself in check. Make sure that you're paying attention to your negative thinking, how you're reacting to that. Are you sitting in a chair all day long? Have you struggled to get out of bed? Are you getting poor sleep? Where are you at? When you aren't feeling well, how are things going? What are you doing to make yourself feel better? Sometimes we add fuel to the fire and we do things that don't help us feel better. But it's so important to stay aware and pay attention and be mindful. Which brings me to my little clouds of mindfulness, ABCs of mindfulness. How cute is that? So it's up at the top, A, B, C, D of mindfulness. A is ask yourself if it's true. One of the biggest things that we can ever help ourselves with is to take a look at our thinking styles and then to really ask ourselves, is it true? Check the facts, gather the evidence. If you think that today is going to be the worst day I've ever had in my whole life because I could just feel it. Is it true? It's not true. It is if you make it to be that way, but it's not. How many of us have gotten out of bed and thought, I can't do this. This is going to be the worst day ever, and I just can't. I didn't. I think I might have even thought that this morning. However, I've made a conscious decision to turn it around, change my thinking, and make it a better day, because we never get more than an opportunity than today. The tomorrow is never promised. All right, so A for ABCDs of mindfulness is ask yourself if it's true. B is breathe in and let the thought pass through without judgment. Sometimes we just need to breathe in and breathe out and just let certain things pass through. Let it move on and move on from it. Let it go. The act of breathing out lets things go. C is counter it with a positive thought. If you notice that this is all just negativity over here, you need to back it up with a positive. I do this with my kids all the time. They get so annoyed at me. All I hear is negativity coming out of their mouth and complaining. So every time they do that, you need to tell me something positive. The more you do it, it reinforces positive. Now, I'm still waiting for the point where mostly positive things come out of their mouth, but I'm not going to give up. You just have to keep reinforcing positives. For every negative thing you say, you need to back it up with a positive. Keep reinforcing that into your brain. Keep that cycle going, because ultimately, hopefully, someday your brain's going to jump to the positive and not to the negative. Maybe we can just bypass the negative. Wouldn't that be great? And before you know it, you're just thinking like good thoughts all over the place. And D is dump and release it. Let it go. Dump all your thoughts out and let them go. Sometimes they are just full of just the ball of negativity because we're not feeling good. Maybe physically you aren't feeling well. Maybe you have a headache. Maybe you're just overwhelmed and you're stressed out, or somebody made you mad. Whatever it is, take that ball of yuck, dump it out and release it and let it go. And move on and make a decision for the day to make things better, to make sure that you're checking your thoughts, to back it up with a positive, and making that day be the greatest day that it can be, right? So those are the ABCs of mindfulness. Ask yourself if it's true, breathe in and out and let the thoughts pass, counter it with a positive, and dump and release. Get rid of them and let it go, and don't ever go back there. I thought this was kind of interesting. It kind of reminded me of the circle of control. So down here is you. You're the big, bold circle. And the only thing that you can control is you, right here in the middle of all that. And then the outside circles are different layers of people. Next in your circle of control is probably like your family. I printed this off because it's just another thing to be mindful of. When we're working on our thinking and we're working on mindfulness and what we're watering and positivity, we have to remember our circle of control. And there's different levels of that. And so you are number one, right? You cannot fill up anything from an empty cup, okay? The outside one closest to you is family. Then it's friendships. Then it's acquaintances in the yellow. Then it's community helpers. Then in the red zone is strangers. Those are the people that are furthest outside of us that we need to stay way out here for sure. But closest to us is family. Then it's friendships. Then it's acquaintances. Then it's folks in the community and strangers. It's just another just another model or something to enforce in your brain what that looks like for your circle of control. Again, you're here. You're the core foundation of it all, and everybody else is around you, and you have to work on yourself. You have to focus on you, and I like that one. All right, so before we go, again, let's talk about your memory cards. I really think you should do this. I really think this would be a fun project. I think not only would you enjoy making the memory cards and putting them out and playing the game, and you could play this with friends. What a fun way to reinforce and talk about. This would also be a talking point. If you were playing memory with your friends and you're saying, what's your favorite coping skill to use? Or what's your favorite positive affirmation? Use the affirmation. That could be a coping skill memory card. And then this is a talking point for whoever you're doing the game with. Say, what do you like to use for coping skills? Or where do you like to go walking at? Or what's your favorite healthy snack? What a great way to not only make a connection and socialize with your peers, distract yourself, and reinforce your coping skills. So, coping skills memory game. Fun. Don't forget about your cool coping strategies. I encourage you, if you need something to do in the next couple of days, and you want to stay busy and do something fun and work on yourself, do your popsicles. I can. And then 3 different layers of positive things, either coping tools or positive good things that you're good at. So, your cool coping strategies. Remember to stay mindful of what you're thinking and what you're doing about that. That reinforces how you're feeling. And so it's all a cycle. Catch it, check it, change it. Don't forget the 3 C's. Catch it, check it, change it. Catch your thoughts, check your thoughts. Make sure that, check the facts and then change it. And remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Get out a cup and visually visualize. That's quite the thing. Visualize yourself filling up your cup with things that mean something to you, that are positive. And most importantly, do not forget, just because this was your challenge yesterday, do not forget every single day to pay attention to what you are watering. What are you choosing to focus your time and energy on? I'm hoping you're focusing on the plant, the positivity, the growth, okay? But if you're choosing to water weeds and all these dead plants over here that are all the negative things, it's a waste of energy. It's a waste of time. It is not helping you get better. It's not improving your mental health. It's not improving your goals. It's not filling up your cup. And so think about the flower pot and the beautiful flower, and that's the positivity and the growth and the change and the importance of your life and capitalizing on every moment. And so choose to focus on that and water that. It doesn't matter what people think. Get rid of toxic people, get rid of negativity. And if you're overwhelmed or stressed out, take a time out. But most importantly, just keep working on your tools. Fill up your toolbox. If you do the memory game, let me know. I would love to hear about it because I really think that's a cool coping skill for so many different reasons. Like I said, socialization, reinforcing coping skills, distraction, being crafty. It really just kind of fits into every category. Have an amazing Tuesday. Like I said, I think it's supposed to be 81 today, hotter tomorrow, but go outside, get a walk, drink water, eat your healthy snacks, rest, relax, take care of yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.